friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
You're tuned in to the Larks Network. the Larks Network.
Meet me down at the ballpark, where I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! Meet me down at the ballpark, where I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a...
Good evening. It is time for Larks baseball here in Hayes. Larks back home tonight in non-league action, taking on the Colorado Cyclones. Hayes, I don't believe, has ever played the Cyclones before. So tonight will be game number one. Colorado Cyclones from Greeley, Colorado. They play in the Mile High Collegiate Baseball League. They come in with a record of 22-3 overall, 21-2 in their league. Larks are 24-6, 18-5 in the Jayhawk League. Carlos Tavera is going to make the start tonight for Hayes. Leading off for the Cyclones is going to be number 28, Kennedy Badgett. First pitch from Tavera, 7:08 p.m. We are underway here at Larks Park. It is high for ball one. Some changes in the lineup tonight. Behind the plate, most notably, Sam Slusser, the reliever from the Colorado School of Mines, is going to be behind the dish tonight. Larks are fairly banged up at the catching position. Easton Kirk is out with a back injury, and Cole Solomon's dealing with a hip issue. So another night off for both of them, and Sam Slusser is going to be behind the plate. That pitch is popped up by Badgett. Jacob Boston at first base is going to make the play, and Tavera has one out here in the first. Setting the field for the Larks. We'll start with the outfield tonight. In left field, Clayton Raspberry. Matt Munoz in center, and Michael Anastasia plays right. In the infield, Wyatt Divis back at third tonight. Devin Hager at short, Ryan Randall at second, Jacob Boston at first. Carlos Tavera on the mound, Sam Slusser behind the plate. As Tavera deals to Caleb Squire. That one's in there for strike one. Larks trying to get back to winning ways after falling last night to the Broncos in El Dorado 9-4. Took 2 of 3 to win the series. Also won the season series 4-2 against the Broncos. Larks had won 9 in a row before last night, but still entered tonight's contest winners of 9 of 10 and 13 of their last 15. 2 balls and 1 strike here from Tavera to Squire. Cyclones are going to be in Wichita for the NBC World Series first week in August. Larks and Cyclones will both be in championship week, so Getting a little non-league action in here at Larks Park just to see some competition. Here comes the 2-1 from Tavera, low, ball 3. Here comes the pitch from Tavera. Chopped over him up the middle. Randall's going to field at second and throw to Boston in time. 2 away here in the top of the first inning. That'll bring up the third baseman, Ryan Sullivan. Don't really know a lot about the Cyclones other than that they are from Greeley, Colorado. They are 22-3. And looking at their roster, mostly everybody is from Colorado. All around the Denver area, Aurora, Arvada, Thornton, Brighton, Greeley, Littleton, Longmont, Centennial. So pretty much everybody on this roster is from the Denver metropolitan area. Here comes the pitch from Tavera. That one misses. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes here on Ryan Sullivan. 2 away here in the top of the first. Nobody on base. Here comes the pitch from Tavera. Off speed, drilled to left field. That is down the line and all the way to the wall. Raspberry's going to field it on the warning track and throw it into second. That's a 2-out double for Ryan Sullivan here in the top of the first. And the Cyclones have a runner in scoring position.
The left fielder, number 20, Evan Richards.
That'll bring Colorado's left fielder, Evan Richards, to the plate now. And he's going to be the first lefty of the night here for the Cyclones in their order. The cleanup hitter. So Tavera's going to have to work himself out of a little bit of trouble here in the first. Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a miss. A big cut by Richards. He comes up empty. It's 0-1. Heard from Coach Leo they might try and get Easton Kirk a couple swings this week here at the beginning against the Cyclones if he is feeling up to it. So keep an eye out for that here, more than likely tomorrow, but you never know, as that one from Tavera misses up and out. Count is even at 1. Tavera's ready. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Evan Richards. Fly ball deep right field. Anastasia is back towards the track. He makes the play, and that is the inning. So for the Cyclones in the top of the first, no runs on a hit, no Larks errors, 1 man left on base. We move to the bottom of the first here at Larks Park. Larks and Cyclones tied at 0.
You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
And we're back here at Larks Park, bottom of the first inning. Cyclones and Larks tied at 0. Making the pitching start tonight for Colorado is going to be number 12, Jonathan Coles. Ryan Randall's going to lead it off once again here for the Larks. Takes a ball, first pitch, and Coles' second pitch of the night is upstairs. It's 2-0. Ryan's going to swing through that one, and Coles has a strike on the board. Last night in the loss to El Dorado, Ryan had 2 hits and 5 at-bats. Single, a double, scored a run. So another decent night at the plate for Ryan. He's going to chop this one out to the second baseman, Caleb Squire, who fields and throws over to Tyler Neely at first in time for out number 1. That'll bring Devin Hager to the plate now for the Larks.
From Eastern Michigan University, the shortstop, number 23, Devin Hager.
So the top of the order for the Larks is going to remain the same. Actually, 1 through 6 is going to remain the same. Randall, Hager, Divis, Rensel, Boston, Raspberry. The top 5 or 6 of the order has remained fairly constant here over the last few nights. Hopefully Daryl Myers is feeling better. I'm not sure. He's not in the lineup again tonight for the 4th straight game. Maybe just an extra night of rest for Daryl since it's non-league action, but not sure on that one. So the top of the order is the same for the Larks, and then Munoz is going to slide up a spot to the 7 hole. Anastasia is going to slide up a spot to the 8 hole, and then Sam Slusser is in there at number 9, and Hager is down on 3 pitches. And Coles has 2 away here in the bottom of the first. That'll bring Wyatt Divis to the plate now for the Larks.
Tonight's A Street Liquor beverage batter from the University of Texas at Arlington, the third baseman, number 16, Wyatt Divis.
Divis had 1 hit last night. He was 1 for 4. Doubled and scored a run. First pitch to Wyatt, a fastball over the outside part of the plate. Divis swings and misses, and it's 0-1. So Cole's looking for a nice and easy bottom of the first here. Here comes the 0-1 to Divis. Foul ball out of play over to the left, and it's quickly 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 to Wyatt. Off speed, outside, ball 1. And Wyatt's going to foul that one back and out of play once again, so we'll remain 1 ball and 2 strikes. Larks non-league action tonight and tomorrow here at Larks Park against the Cyclones. They will stay at home on Wednesday night. The Dodge City A's come to town for a single game, followed by an off day Thursday, and then a 4-game weekend series with the Derby Twins. Single game Friday night, a doubleheader on Saturday. One of those is a makeup game from down in Derby earlier in the season, so the Twins will be the home team for one of those 2 games. And then that series will conclude with a single game on Sunday, as Wyatt comes back and he works the count full here on Jonathan Coles in the first inning. John Rensel Jr. waits on deck. Here comes the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. A fastball is blown by Divis, and that is the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Larks here in the first. We move to the top of the second inning here at Larks Park. Cyclones and Larks tied at 0.
Meet me down at the ballpark, where I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Top of the second inning here at Larks Park. No score between the Cyclones and the Larks. Carlos Tavera back to the mound for Hayes. He's going to face the 5, 6, and 7 Cyclone hitters. Wyatt Featherston is going to lead it off. He takes strike number 1. And Tavera's next pitch is a fastball upstairs, and that's a swing and a miss from Featherston, and it's quickly 0-2, so Tavera looking for a quick inning here in the second. He worked around a 2-out double to keep Colorado off the board in the top of the first. That one misses outside, and Featherston takes ball 1. Tavera out of the windup, delivers the 1-2. Popped up and out of play by Featherston, and the count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 again from Tavera. Off speed, stays up and in, and now Featherston evens the count at 2. Tavera trying to retire the leadoff man once again here in the second. That was a bit of an issue for the Larks pitching staff this weekend in El Dorado. In the middle game of that series, El Dorado was 11 for 11, getting their leadoff man on base. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Down goes Wyatt Featherston. Carlos Tavera has a strikeout here to begin the second. That is Carlos's first strikeout of the night. That's one other thing the Larks pitching staff has been doing well as of late, is striking out opposing hitters. Aiden Lorini to the plate now for Colorado. He's the designated hitter tonight for the Cyclones. As he takes strike 1, Colorado is in their orange jerseys, black letters and numbers outlined in white. White pants, black helmets. Larks in their home white sleeveless, red undershirts, red letters and numerals. Red hats, white pants, red socks. Here comes the 0-2 from Tavera. Strike 3 is called. He gets Lorini looking. Back-to-back strikeouts for Carlos, and there are 2 outs here in the second inning.
The right fielder, number 13, Pete Shearer.
Pete Shearer to the plate for the Cyclones, looking to keep the inning alive. He's the right fielder tonight for Colorado. Here comes the first pitch from Tavera. Swing and a miss, strike 1. So Carlos is working quickly, and he is filling up the strike zone here in the second. Here comes the 0-1. That off-speed pitch misses a little bit low, and that'll even the count on Shearer at 1-1. The 1-1 from Tavera, fastball again misses low, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Middle of the order coming up for the Larks in the second to face Coles, who had little trouble retiring the Larks in the first. 2-1 count from Carlos Tavera to Pete Shearer. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, another fastball just blown right by Cyclones hitter. And it's 2-2. And this time Shearer gets a piece and fouls it back to the net. And the count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. And I do see Daryl Myers in uniform tonight, so he's back at the park, which is a good sign. That ball is flied out to right field. Anastasia has a beat on it. He makes the play. And that is the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Cyclones in the top of the second as Carlos Tavera strikes out a pair. We move to the bottom half of the inning. We are still scoreless here at Larks Park. Bottom of the second here at Larks Park, scoreless between the Cyclones and the Larks. John Rensel Jr. is going to get it started. Jonathan Coles back to the mound for the Cyclones. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Rensel. Sharply hit ground ball off of Trent Bowman's chest, but he keeps it in front, recovers, and throws out Rensel at first for the first out of the inning.
That's one thing Larks did last night, a lot of ground balls.
Coming to the plate now for the Larks, the first baseman, number 18, Jacob Boston. First pitch to Boston in there for strike one. So the starter tonight for the Cyclones, Jonathan Coles. He's a right-handed pitcher from the University of Colorado at Colorado Springs. The 0-1 hits Boston on the left shoulder, and he's aboard here with one out in the second. Coles, originally from Greeley, Colorado, so he's getting to play summer ball in his hometown.
From McNeese, the left fielder, number 15, Clayton Raspberry.
And that first pitch to Raspberry is going to get away from the catcher, Badgett, and that's going to allow Jacob Boston to take second base. And just like that, the Larks have a runner in scoring position here with one out in the second inning. Clayton Raspberry, the hitter for Hayes. Clayton was 2 for 4 last night, a pair of singles. Here comes the 1-0. That one is low as well. This time Badgett keeps it in front of him. Count moves to 2-0. Matt Munoz waits on deck for the Larks. Coles is set. Here comes the pitch. Raspberry grounds it to the second baseman, Squire. He fields and throws him out at first base. 2 away here in the second as Jacob Boston moves to third. So that will bring Matt Munoz to the plate now for the Larks. Chance to get Hayes on the board and take an early lead here against the Cyclones. Here comes the first pitch to Munoz. Up and out, ball one. Coles gets his sign from Badgett. He's ready. Here comes the 1-0 to Matt. Low and in. Ball two, and Badgett just does enough to keep that ball from squirting away, and he's able to keep Boston at third. Count moves to 2-0 on Munoz. Michael Anastasia waits on deck for Hayes. Here comes the 2-0. Foul ball there by Matt. He fouls it off of himself, and it's 2-1. Munoz, the lefty from Abilene Christian. Here comes the 2-1 from Coles. Off speed, up and out, ball 3. Three balls, 1 strike to the center fielder Munoz. Here comes the pitch from Jonathan Coles. Fouled straight back. Munoz on that fastball. Count is now full. Matt will dig back in on that left side and await the payoff pitch from Coles. Here it comes. Popped it up. That one is out of play, and we'll do it again. Here comes the payoff pitch again. Outside, ball 4. Matt Munoz is going to draw a 2-out walk, and the Larks have runners on the corners with 2 away. That'll bring Michael Anastasia to the plate now for the Larks. Has really struggled this summer. Comes into tonight with just a 126 batting average. He'll dig in on the left side against Coles. Takes ball 1 high. On deck for the Larks is pitcher turned catcher Sam Slusser. Here comes the 1-0 to Anastasia. Outs. Ooh. And that one, I guess, caught the edge. I don't know. I don't think so. That ball looked outside, but it was called strike 1, and the count is even. And now Coles is going to check on Munoz at first, who's back safely. Here comes the 1-1. Anastasia into right field, a base hit. RBI. In comes Clayton Raspberry. Matt Munoz is going to go to third. That's an RBI single for Michael Anastasia. And the Larks jump out to a 1-0 lead here in the second inning. So Michael Anastasia comes through and gets the Larks on the board. There's a soft pop-up from Slusser on the first pitch. He is retired, and the inning is over. But the Larks are on the board. They get a run thanks to the RBI base hit by Michael Anastasia. We move to the third here at Larks Park. Larks on top of the Cyclones. It's 1-0. Top of the third inning here at Larks Park. 1-0. Larks lead the Cyclones thanks to the RBI single by Michael Anastasia. Carlos Tavera back to the mound for Hayes. He's going to face the 8-9 and 1 hitters for Colorado. Tyler Neely is going to lead it off. He takes ball 1 there from Tavera, and he works ahead in the count. Here comes the 1-0 pitch from Carlos. Swing and a miss as Neely chases outside, and the count is even at 1. Here comes the 1-1. Off speed, outside corner, strike 2. And Carlos comes back and works ahead. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on the first man of the inning, Neely. He's at first base tonight for the Cyclones. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. That one low and away, doesn't get Neely to chase, and the count is even. Here comes the 2-2 from Tavera. Outside again, and the count is now full. So Carlos takes a moment there, takes a deep breath, and back on the rubber, here comes the payoff pitch. Fly ball deep left field. Raspberry is not even going to move. That is a big solo home run from Tyler Neely, and he ties the game at 1 here in the top of the third.
Now batting the shortstop, number 6, Brent Bowman.
So number 8 hitter, he served up a softball to him. Dan Balloon looked like a watermelon.
So Tyler Neely caught all of that one, and he ties the score. That'll bring Trent Bowman to the plate now for the Cyclones. He's the number 9 hitter tonight.
Raspberry didn't even move, watched it, just stood there.
That one misses from Tavera as well. And it's 2-0 here to Bowman.
That one had ice on it, Carlos.
The 1-1 from Tavera, or the 2-0 from Tavera, excuse me. Check swing there from Bowman, but that one catches the zone, and it's 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. Up and in. And the count is now 3 balls and a strike to the number 9 man, Bowman. Here comes the 3-1. Swing and a miss. And the count is now full. So Carlos trying to come back strong here and get Bowman after giving up the solo home run to Neely. Payoff pitch. Line into right field. That will be caught by Michael Anastasia in the gap. And there's 1 away here in the third inning. That'll flip the lineup over for the Cyclones. It'll bring the leadoff hitter, Kennedy Badgett, back to the plate. Looking through the lineup before the game, noticed it was just a little bit unusual. The leadoff hitter for Colorado is their catcher. Not many times you see that. As Badgett fouls that one off, and it's 0-1. He is 0 for 1. Popped out his first time. Tavera throws a fastball up and away. That'll even the count at 1. Crowd has filled in a little bit. Not a great crowd here at Larks Park tonight, but still a decent amount of people for a Monday evening. As Badgett swings through that one, and the count moves to 1-2. Here comes the pitch from Tavera. Fly ball to right field. That one is foul and out of play. And we'll do it again at 1-2. Here comes the pitch from Tavera. Off speed, low and away. Can't get Batchett to chase, and the count is even. Here comes the 2-2. Fastball popped up behind first base into shallow right field. Randall is out. He calls off Anastasia, makes the play, and there are 2 outs here in the 3rd inning.
Popped a little bit deeper than where he did the first time.
Caleb Squire to the plate now for the Cyclones. First pitch to Squire, strike 1. Bottom of the 3rd in El Dorado, Liberal leads the Broncos 2-1 in Jayhawk League action. Top of the 4th in Hayesville, the Derby Twins lead the Aviators 2-1. As Tavera has missed with 1 and found the zone with 1, so it's 1-2. That one's going to be chopped to the shortstop, Hager, who fields and fires in time. And that's the inning. However, the Cyclones tie it up on the solo bomb from Tyler Neely to lead off the inning. We move to the bottom of the 3rd here at Larks Park. Cyclones and Larks even at 1.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network. You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Bottom of the 3rd inning at Larks Park. Cyclones and Larks tied at 1. As Ryan Randall's going to lead it off, he pops the first pitch into center field. Featherston in and to his left a little bit. He makes the play, 1 away here in the 3rd inning. That'll bring the Larks shortstop back to the plate. Devin Hager will step in for the 2nd time. He's 0 for 1, struck out in the 1st. Digging on that right side to face the righty Coles. Here comes the first pitch to Devin. Curveball, strike 1. The 0-1, another curveball, and again it finds the strike zone, and it's quickly 0-2 on the shortstop Hager. Here it comes from Coles. Low, ball 1. Out of the windup, Jonathan Coles delivers the 1-2 to Devin Hager, and now time is called. Here comes the 1-2. Ground ball to the shortstop, Bowman. He fields and fires in time to get Hager 2 away here in the bottom of the third.
Tonight's A Street letter beverage batter, the third baseman, number 16, Wyatt Divis.
Wyatt Divis to the plate for the Larks. He is 0 for 1, a strikeout as well in the first. He'll try and keep the inning alive here for Hayes. First pitch to Wyatt, low, ball 1. The 1-0 swung on and missed, and the count is even, now at 1. The 1-1 to Divis, another swing and miss, and it's 1-2. One, two, fouled off by Divis, and the count is still 1-2. Here it comes again, way outside, and that'll even the count on Wyatt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Divis back in on that left side. Here comes the 2-2 from Coles. Popped up and out of play over to the left. And it is still 2-2. Here it comes again. Low, ball 3, and Wyatt works the count full. So Wyatt looking to keep the inning alive here for the Larks as John Rensel Jr. waits on deck. Here comes the payoff pitch. Strike 3 called, inside corner. Divis is down on strikes for the second time, and that's the inning. Jonathan Coles gets the Larks 1-2-3 here in the third. We move to the fourth at Larks Park. Cyclones and Larks even at 1.
Meet me down at the ballpark, where I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
Top of the fourth here at Larks Park. 1-1, Larks and Cyclones tied. Carlos Tavera back to the mound for Hayes. He'll face the 3, 4, and 5 hitters. Ryan Sullivan will get it started for Colorado. He swings through the first pitch. It's 0-1. Here comes the pitch from Tavera, fouled off, and it's quickly 0-2. So a fairly quick-moving game so far. We are just over a half hour old, about 34 minutes in. We are playing in the top of the fourth. Swing and a miss. Sullivan goes down, swinging on the curveball from Tavera, and there's one out here in the fourth.
20, Evan Richards.
Evan Richards, the hitter for the Cyclones. Here comes the first pitch from Tavera. Ground ball up the middle, stopped by Randall. He throws in time, and they got Richards at first base. 2 outs here for Tavera in the fourth. 2 men retired on just 4 pitches so far for Carlos. Wyatt Featherston, the batter for Colorado. First pitch from Tavera missed for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0 delivery from Tavera. Fouled off back to the net, and the count is even at 1. Swing there from Featherston. Moves the count to 1-2, and Tavera's going to have a chance to retire the side here on just the 8th pitch of the inning. Here comes the 1-2. And he got him. Carlos Tavera retires the Cyclones in order into the fourth on just 8 pitches. We move to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Larks and Cyclones tied at 1.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Bottom of the 4th here at Larks Park. John Rensel going to lead it off. He takes the first pitch and pops it up into shallow left field. Evan Richards is in, and he's going to make the play. And after an 8-pitch inning by Carlos Tavera in the top half, Jonathan Coles has the first out on 1 pitch.
Number 18, Jacob Boston.
That'll bring Jacob Boston to the plate here for Hayes.
Saturday's game is at 5 o'clock. It's a doubleheader. Very good, thank you. Joe Lynn on the phone. So they tell you that? Joe Lynn did, yeah.
Back up the middle goes Boston. The ball is cut off by the second baseman Squire, but he's not going to be able to get Boston on the throw, and that's an infield single for Jacob Boston here in the 4th inning. That'll bring Clayton Raspberry to the plate now for the Larks.
The left fielder, number 15, Clayton Raspberry.
Mark and Clayton.
Clayton Raspberry going to be the hitter. He drives one deep to right. Back goes Pete Shearer all the way to the wall. It's gone. Clayton Raspberry puts one over the wall in right field. And the Larks regain the lead on that bomb. It is 3-1 here in the fourth.
A two-run home run. Clayton Raspberry.
So Clayton did not miss that pitch from Coles.
Ball center field.
And he gives the Larks the lead.
Matt Munoz.
Matt Munoz to the plate now for Hayes. Here comes the first pitch from Coles. Swung on and missed. Strike one. Munoz will dig back in on the left side. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed. It's 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fastball just a bit outside, and it's 1-2 here on the Larks center fielder Munoz. Here it comes from Coles, low, ball two. 2 runs across here for Hayes in the bottom of the fourth on the 2-run home run by Clayton Raspberry to right field. 2-2 to Munoz, grounded. Tough play for the second baseman. He's not going to get there. It is under his glove and into right field. That's a 1-out single for Matt Munoz here in the fourth. That'll bring to the plate the right fielder, number 8, Michael Anastasia.
Number 8, Michael Anastasia.
Anastasia is 1 for 1, brought home the game's first run on the RBI single back in the second inning. He'll dig in on the left side to face Coles once again. Here comes the first pitch. Fouled off. It's 0-1. Here comes the 0-1 from Jonathan Coles. That one is low, blocked by Badgett, and the count is even at 1. Here comes the 1-1 to Anastasia. He takes low and works ahead 2-1. Here comes the pitch. Well, now before the pitch, Coles is going to check on Munoz over at first, who's back safely. Anastasia going to ground onto the first baseman who turns and fires to second for 1. Back to first. In time, a 3-6-3 double play. And that'll do it for the Larks here in the fourth. However, Hayes regains the lead on the 2-run home run by Clayton Raspberry. We move to the fifth here at Larks Park in Hayes. Larks on top of the Cyclones 3-1.
Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the play.
Top of the 5th inning here at Larks Park in Hayes, 3-1. Larks lead the Cyclones. Aiden Lorini's going to lead it off against Tavera. He swung through the first pitch and now takes the second one. Both strikes. It's 0-2. So Tavera working a pretty good night here so far. Just the 1 run on 2 hits. Was that solo home run by Tyler Neely. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Tavera to Lorini. Off speed, outside, ball 1. We're moving at a pretty nice clip here tonight. 56 minutes in, and we're in the 5th inning. Here comes the 1-2. Strike 3 called. Carlos Tavera downs Lorini on strikes, and there's 1 away.
The right fielder, number 13.
Here in the 5th inning.
Pete Shearer.
Strikeout number 5 for Carlos Tavera. Pete Shearer to the plate. Now for the Cyclones. He's 0 for 1. Flight out to Anastasia in right. Back in the 2nd inning. Here comes the first pitch from Carlos. Lined into right field. That is a base hit. Going to be cut off by Anastasia. As Shearer takes a hard turn around first base. He'll hold right there. And the Cyclones have a runner on first base with 1 out in the 5th inning. That'll bring up Tyler Neely, the first baseman. He's 1 for 1, had that home run in the 3rd. A big, loud solo home run to left. Here comes the first pitch to him from Tavera. Curveball, stays upstairs, ball 1. And now Tavera's going to throw it. He throws it over Boston's head at first base. That is an error on Carlos Tavera, and that's going to send Pete Shearer into scoring position here with 1 out. So 1-0 on Neely, and now Colorado's got a runner in scoring position. Here comes the pitch from Carlos. Fastball swung on and missed, and the count is even at 1. Here comes the pitch from Tavera. Low, Slusser's gonna block it enough and do enough to keep it in that immediate area to keep the runner Shearer at second base. 2 balls and 1 strike here to the first baseman Neely. 3-1, Larks on top. Top of the 5th inning. 1 out, 1 on for the Cyclones. Here comes the pitch from Carlos. Fouled off there by Neely, straight back to the screen, and the count is even at 2. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. A good curveball that dives into the turf by Tavera. Gets Neely swinging, and there's 2 away here in the 5th inning. Strikeout number 6 for Carlos Tavera. That'll bring Trent Bowman to the plate here for the Cyclones. Here comes the first pitch. Fastball upstairs, ball one. And now Sam Slusser is going to go out and have a word with Carlos Tavera. I'm guessing about signs, as Slusser looked like he might have been confused there with the fastball from Tavera. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Bowman. Fastball outside corner, strike one, and the count is even. That one is lined into right field. The base hit. Anastasia's going to field. He bobbles the ball in right field and will not have a throw. That is an RBI single for Trent Bowman here in the fifth. Colorado picks one run up. It's 3-2.
Bottom of the order that's getting things
Now,
done.
the Cyclones batting order. They got to hitter number 28, Kennedy Banisham.
Anastasia probably would have had a pretty good chance to throw out Shearer had he come up cleanly with that ball, but he bobbled it, and that allowed the run to score. So Kennedy Badgett to the plate now for the Cyclones. He is 0 for 2 so far tonight. Runner on first base, 2 outs here in the fifth inning. 3-2, Larks on top. Here comes the pitch from Carlos Tavera. There goes the runner, popped up into foul ground. Over comes Anastasia. Actually, that's going to stay in fair play, but Michael makes the catch right on the line, and the inning is over. But Colorado gets one back. They pick up 1 run on the RBI single by Trent Bowman. We move to the bottom of the fifth here at Larks Park. Hayes on top of Colorado, 3-2.
By their first name, sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! Meet me down at the ballpark, where I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do.
And we're back here at Larks Park, bottom of the fifth inning, 3-2 Larks lead. Sam Slusser going to lead it off, swinging at the first pitch again. Ground ball to the third baseman, Sullivan, and there's not going to be a play. That is an error on the third baseman, Ryan Sullivan. And the first man of the inning, Sam Slusser, is aboard here in the fifth for the Larks. And that'll bring the top of the order, Ryan Randall, back to the plate.
Here's the top of the Larks batting order. Number 12, Ryan Randall.
So Sam Slusser, the pitcher, has only seen 2 pitches tonight, and he's put both of them in play. So Randall will dig back in on the left side. Here comes the first pitch. Ryan lines it over the head of the second baseman, Squire. That one's into right center. A base hit for Ryan Randall. And the Larks are in business here in the fifth inning. The first 2 men of the inning have reached.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out.
Devin Hager to the plate now for Hayes. He'll bat with 2 on, nobody out, and that's going to be a mound visit from the pitching coach, Grant Buchanan. Cyclones do have a man up in their bullpen. And knowing how the Larks have played here over the last 4 or 5 games, I personally expect a bunt here from Devin Hager. Just because that's kind of been the Larks' MO here in the last few games, is once they get guys on, trying to get them over into scoring position. And so we'll see if Devin tries to lay down a bunt here with nobody out in the 5th inning. Here comes the first pitch. He will try and lay down a bunt. He's going to get it down, and it's foul. Strike 1 here on Hager. Divis waits on deck. Rensel also waits after him. A couple of big bats coming up in the Larks order. Would love to have 2 men in scoring position. Here comes the 0-1 from Jonathan Coles. And now he's going to step off and look back. Slusser at second. Here comes the 0-1. Hager again. This time he gets down the bunt, and the pitcher misplays it. He's not going to have a play. That's an error on the pitcher, Coles. And the Larks have the bases loaded with nobody out here in the 5th inning. And the Larks say thank you to Coles, because had he picked that ball up cleanly, he was going to have Slusser at third base. He was going to go to third, and he would have had Sam in plenty of time, but he doesn't field the ball, and now Wyatt Divis is going to have a chance here with the bases loaded. Nobody out in the 5th. Here comes the first pitch. Low and away. Ball 1. Divis is 0 for 2, has a pair of strikeouts so far tonight. So that is fairly unlike Divis, who doesn't strike out very often. He's usually putting a bat on the ball and putting it in play. Here comes the 1-0 from Cole. Well, and now Coles is going to call out his catcher, Kennedy Badgett, and they're going to have a quick chat. Dangerous spot here for the Cyclones. As the Larks have used a base hit and 2 errors to load the bases here with nobody out in the 5th inning. Here comes the 1-0 to Divis. Off speed outside, it's 2-0. And the Cyclones now have 2 men up in the bullpen, so they are busy working down there in right field. Coles gets a sign from Badgett. He's ready. Here comes the 2-0 to Wyatt Divis. Strike 1, a fastball just caught the outside corner. It's 2-1. Looked like it might have been a bit low, but it was called a strike. A good part of the batting order here for the Larks to have up with the bases loaded. Here comes the 2-1 to Divis. Low and away, and now it is 3-1. And Jonathan Coles is in danger of walking in a Larks run. Here comes the 3-1 to Divis. Lined, grounded to the second baseman, flipped to second for 1, and he throws it away. Divis is going to be safe at first. Another run's going to come in to score. So Wyatt's going to get 1 RBI. That was going to be a fielder's choice, but he reaches on the air. And that is the 3rd error of the inning by the Cyclones. The Larks have scored 2 runs. It's 5-2. And that's going to do it for the starter Coles. So Colorado's going to go to the bullpen here in the 5th inning. We will take a quick break and be right back here at Larks Park. Larks lead the Cyclones 5-2.
Then grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. Whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
And we're back here at Larks Park. Still bottom of the fifth. 2 runs across here for Hayes. Hitter's going to be number 33, John Rensel Jr. Wyatt Divis leads from first as Rensel swings through that one. And it's quickly 0-2. New pitcher for Colorado is number 14, J.T. Mossberg. Right-handed pitcher out of the University of Colorado at Colorado Springs. Here comes the 0-2 to Rensel. Swing and a miss. Down goes John on 3 pitches. And there's 2 outs here in the 5th inning. Here comes Jacob Boston now to the plate for the Larks.
The first baseman, Jacob Boston.
Hayes has taken advantage of 3 Cyclone errors here in the 5th inning. Just 1 hit, and they've scored 2 runs. Here comes the first pitch to Boston. Ground ball to the shortstop. It's off his glove. That's another error. An error on the shortstop, Bowman. And Boston is aboard. So the 22-3 Cyclones are imploding here in the 5th inning. 4 fielding errors.
3 in a row. 4 out of 5.
The left fielder, Clayton Raspberry.
That'll bring Clayton Raspberry back to the plate here for the Larks. He homered his last time up. That was good for 2 runs. He's 1 for 2. Here comes the first pitch from Mossberg. Inside, ball 1. Mossberg's ready, the 1-0 to Raspberry. That one's low as well. 2 balls, no strikes here to the Larks left fielder. Divis leads from second, Boston from first. Here comes the pitch. Raspberry's going to lay off that one, low and in, 3-0. Three balls, no strikes to Raspberry. Here comes the pitch from J.T. Mossberg. He's swinging 3-0, and he fouls that one off. It's 3-1. Three balls and a strike. Here comes the pitch. Raspberry grounds it sharply to the second baseman, who fields and throws him out at first base. And that is the inning. But the Larks tack on 2 runs on 1 hit. 4 Cyclone errors And there are 2 men left on base. We move to the 6th inning here at Larks Park in Hayes. Larks lead the Cyclones 5-2.
Meet me down at the ballpark, where I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
And we're back here at Larks Park in Hayes, top of the 6th inning. 5-2 Larks on top of the Cyclones. 2-3-4 due up for Colorado. Caleb Squire's going to lead it off. Carlos Tavera back to the mound for the Larks. Action in Hayes' bullpen. Squire will lead it off from the left side. Here comes the first pitch of the inning from Tavera. Low ball 1. Trying to see who's warming up out there in the Hayes bullpen. Here comes the 1-0 from Tavera. Fly ball, shallow center. Munoz got a late break, but he recovers and makes the play for out number 1.
The third baseman, number 30, Ryan Sullivan.
That'll bring Ryan Sullivan to the plate now for Colorado. He is 1 for 2. He doubled back in the first inning, struck out in the 4th. First pitch to Sullivan, swung on and missed, strike 1. Here comes the 0-1 from Tavera, strike 2. His fastball caught the outside corner. The 0-2 pitch from Tavera. Just missed up and away, and that's ball 1 on Sullivan. Here it comes from Tavera. Curveball got him swinging. Slusser's going to have to throw down to get the strikeout, and he throws it almost over the head of Jacob Boston. Boston was able to catch that and come down on the bag, and that's the second out of the inning. Woo! Another strikeout from Tavera. That's 7 on the night. That'll bring Evan Richards to the plate now for Colorado. Here comes the first pitch from Carlos. Misses low, ball 1. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Ground ball, foul. And the count is even at 1. Richards misses that Tavera delivery, and it's 1-2. Here comes the pitch from Carlos. Ground ball up the middle. Diving is Randall. Can't get there. It's into center field. And that's a 2-out single for Evan Richards here in the 6th inning. Good effort there by Ryan Randall, but just couldn't quite get there in time as that ball trickled underneath his glove. So Wyatt Featherston to the plate now for Colorado. 1 on, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. 5-2 Larks on top of the Cyclones. Here comes the first pitch from Carlos Tavera. That one is high, ball 1. Here comes the 1-0 from Carlos. A curveball in there for strike 1, and that'll even the count. Carlos gets his sign from Slusser. Here comes the 1-1. Check swing there by Featherston. He went around. It's 1-2. I believe it is number 24, Sloan Baker, warming up in the Larks bullpen. Here comes the 1-2. And now Tavera's going to step off. But I am not 100% sure. There goes the runner. The curveball from Tavera is in the dirt. Slusser keeps it in front of him, but no chance to make a throw. That's a stolen base for Evan Richards, and Colorado's got a runner in scoring position here with 2 outs. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Featherston. Here comes the pitch from Carlos Tavera. Fastball upstairs, and the count is full. It is Sloan Baker in the pen, warming for the Larks. Here comes the payoff pitch from Tavera. Up and out, ball 4. A 2-out walk to Wyatt Featherston, and Colorado now has a pair of base runners here in the 6th inning. Aiden Lorini will make his way to the plate now for Colorado. He is 0 for 2, has a pair of looking strikeouts. And he will dig in after the mound visit by Slusser, the catcher.
Boy.
Here comes the first pitch from Tavera. Off speed, misses low, ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. Foul ball out of play to the right, and that'll even the count at 1.
Give it a JoJo or a Page. They can give it out there, courtesy of the Hayes Police Department.
1 ball, 1 strike on the designated hitter, Lorini. Tavera gets his sign from Slusser. Now time is called by the home plate umpire, Nate Garrison. Here comes the pitch from Tavera. Off speed, drops it in there low.
Wow.
And it is 2-1.
What a terrible call on a nice pitch.
Here comes the 2-1 from Carlos. Upstairs, ball 3. And it is 3-1 on Lorini. So Tavera's going to toe the rubber once again. 3 balls, 1 strike here to Aiden Lorini. 2 men on for the Cyclones. 2 outs in the 6th. Here comes the pitch.
I don't know where that was.
And that one missed as well. And that's ball 4.
The right fielder, number 13, Pete Shearer.
And now the bases are loaded here for Colorado. And pitching coach Keith Harper is going to come out and have a word with Carlos Tavera. And after the mound visit, that'll bring Pete Shearer to the plate now for Colorado. Bases are loaded, 2 outs. 5-2, Larks on top here at Larks Park. Tavera's going to stay in the game. Here comes his first pitch. That one misses 1-0.
What the hell is he missing?
And all of a sudden, Carlos Tavera is having trouble with the zone. Here comes the 1-0. High ball 2.
He's aiming to get his ass out of there. Could have gotten him out of there right away. He don't walk the money into it.
So 2 balls, no strikes here to Pete Shearer. Here comes the pitch from Tavera. There's a strike, a swing and a miss from Shearer, and it's 2-1. Any out here will work for Tavera. Force at any base, including home plate. Just need the 1. Tying run for the Cyclones is on board first base. Here comes the 2-1 from Carlos Tavera. Swing and a miss again from Shearer, and it's 2-2. Big pitch upcoming here from the righty Tavera, trying to work out of trouble here in the 6th inning. Keep that 3-run Larks lead intact here at Larks Park. Tavera's going to toe the rubber, get his sign from Sam Slusser behind the plate. He's ready. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Off speed, low. A good block there by Slusser to keep it in front, and the count is full. Nowhere to put the right fielder, Shearer. Runners are going to be on the move here for the Cyclones on the pitch.
We gotta get this batter. We don't want the next one at the plate.
Biggest pitch of the night upcoming for Tavera. He's ready. Here comes the payoff pitch. There go the runners. Foul ball out of play. And everybody will have to go back and try her again. Pete Shearer trying to cut into the Larks' lead here in the 6th inning. Carlos is ready again. Here comes the payoff pitch for the 2nd time. Fouled off again by Shearer, and we'll do it again. So Shearer's going to step back in on the left side. Tavera will toe the rubber once again, get his sign from Sam Slusser, and get ready to deliver the 3-2 pitch for the 3rd time. And now Carlos is going to step off and take a moment. Big spot here in the game right now.
Just don't make a mistake.
Here comes the payoff pitch from Tavera. Strike 3 called! Carlos Tavera paints a fastball over the outside part of the plate, and he gets Pete Shearer looking, and that is the inning. The Cyclones threaten, but they strand the bases loaded here in the top of the 6th inning. We move to the bottom half here in Hayes. Larks on top of the Cyclones. It is 5-2. Bottom of the 6th inning here in Hayes. 5-2, Larks on top of the Cyclones. New pitcher for Colorado is going to be number 27, Foster Gifford. Right-hander out of Dodge City Community College, originally from Brighton, Colorado. He's going to deal to the 7-8-9 Larks hitters. Matt Munoz leads it off, and he's going to line one through the glove of Ryan Sullivan. That's another error on Colorado. Munoz is going to dig for second. He's in there. And he's going to lead off the inning on second base thanks to the error by Ryan Sullivan. That is the 5th error of the night on the Cyclones, and they are having trouble fielding the baseball here tonight. That'll bring Michael Anastasia back to the plate for the 3rd time for the Larks. He is 1 for 2. RBI single in the 2nd, grounded into an inning-ending double play in the 4th. Here comes the first pitch from Gifford. Low ball 1. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Anastasia. Low again. Ball 2. Two and 0 here on the right fielder, Anastasia. Gifford's ready. Here comes the pitch. There's a strike as he takes a little off and just gets it over. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. Fastball low, 3-1 now to Anastasia. On deck for the Larks is the catcher, Sam Slusser. Here comes the 3-1. Ground ball foul And the count is now full. Gifford gets his sign from Badgett. Here comes the payoff pitch to Anastasia. Low, ball 4. Michael is aboard with a walk, and the Larks have 2 men on with nobody out here in the 6th inning. That'll bring the catcher, Sam Slusser, to the plate now for the Larks. We'll see if Slusser is given the job of dropping down a bunt here to try and get the runners over. More than likely he will be. We'll see, though. Here comes the first pitch from Gifford. Slusser's going to square to bunt. He pulls it back, and it's 1-0. So he did not go around there. Takes ball 1 outside from Gifford. Top of the order waits on deck, Ryan Randall. Here, and now Gifford's going to step off. Take time. Check his runners, check his fielders. See where everybody is playing. The corner infield is in. Actually, the entire infield is in. The shortstop, Bowman, is back in the hole, but everybody else is in. Slusser's going to pull back again and take ball 2 from Gifford. So Sullivan, Squire, and Neely are playing in, and the shortstop Bowman is way back in the hole, almost in the grass, kind of behind the runner Munoz. Slusser's going to get the bunt down this time. They're going to go to third. They got him at third base. And there's 1 out. So Sam got the bunt down, but just bunted it too hard, too close to the pitcher. And that is a fielder's choice as Colorado gets the lead runner at third. So that'll bring Ryan Randall to the plate now for Hayes. 2 on, 1 out, bottom of the 6th inning, 5-2. Larks lead over the Cyclones here in tonight's non-league action at Larks Park. Here comes the first pitch from Gifford. Swing and a miss, it's 0-1. Here comes the 0-1. Another swing, another miss by Randall, and it's quickly 0-2 on the Larks' second baseman. So Randall's going to have to find a way here to fight and stay alive. Here with 1 out. Here comes the pitch from Foster Gifford. Foul ball out of play over to the left. And we'll do it again at 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Randall. Fastball just outside. Gifford can't believe he didn't get the call there, and it's 1-2. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Down goes Ryan Randall on strikes, and there are 2 away here in the 6th inning. That'll bring Devin Hager to the plate now for Hayes.
The Larks shortstop, Devin Hager.
Devin will dig in on the right side. He is 0 for 3 tonight, has been on base once because of an error. Here comes the first pitch, a curveball, flied out to left center. Over is Richards. He will get there into the gap, make the play. And the inning is over. So the Larks put the first 2 men of the inning on, but they can't get anybody across as Foster Gifford retires the next 3. We head to the 7th here at Larks Park. Hayes on top of Colorado. It is 5-2. And we're back here in Hayes, top of the 7th inning. New pitcher for the Larks, number 24, Sloan Baker, way inside ball 1 as he almost hit Neely on the first pitch. So Carlos Tavera's night is over. He went 6 innings, gave up 2 runs on 5 hits. He walked 2, struck out 8. So a good night there from Carlos. No bigger out than the strikeout he got of Pete Shear to end the 6th inning and strand the bases loaded. As Baker's going to face Tyler Neely, Trent Bowman, and Kennedy Badgett as he works the count to 1-1 here against Neely. Here comes the pitch. Outside ball 2. Larks bullpen is still active as another reliever starts stretching. That one is low. 3 balls and 1 strike to the first man of the inning, Neely. And Neely fouls that one off. Probably helped Baker out there and swung at ball 4. But the count is even, and Sloan's got a chance to get the leadoff man out here in the 7th inning. Here comes the payoff pitch. Upstairs, ball 4, and that's a leadoff walk. That'll bring Trent Bowman to the plate now for Colorado as the tying run moves to the on-deck circle here in the 7th. Neely's on first, nobody away. Here comes the first pitch by Baker, lined into the gap in right center. Anastasia not going to get there all the way to the wall. Neely is going to score easily, and that's going to be an RBI double for Trent Bowman. It is 5-3, and it's not a good start here for Sloan Baker once again tonight.
catcher, number 28,
Motherfucker's gonna
Kennedy Badgett.
they're gonna
That'll bring the top of the order, Kennedy Badgett, to the plate. Danger time here for the Larks. Tying run moves to the plate here for Colorado in the 7th. Runner on second, nobody out. Here comes the first pitch from Baker. Swing and a miss there by Badgett. It's 0-1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Badgett's going to try and lay down a bunt. He makes contact, but bunts it foul, and it's 0-2. Larks bullpen continues to work. I believe it is Shane Browning warming up in the Larks pen out there in left. Here comes the 0-2 to Badgett. Way outside, and the count moves to 1-2 as Bowman leads from second. He brought in Neely with his RBI double to the wall in right center. So 5-3 is the count here in the 7th inning. Larks still clinging to that 2-run lead. Baker gets his sign from Slusser, and now he's going to call him out and have a chat. So Slusser will head back to the plate. Baker back on the rubber. He's ready to deliver the 1-2 to Kennedy Badgett, who is 0 for 3 so far on the night. Here comes the pitch. Curveball upstairs, ball 2. Caleb Squire waits on deck. Here comes that 2-2. Line into left field. That's a base hit. Raspberry will field. He's going to make the throw home. It's going to be late. That is an RBI single for Caleb Squire. And just like that, Colorado has pulled to within 1, and the tying run is now on second base. Still nobody out here in the 7th inning.
Batting the second baseman, number 3,
go get him.
Caleb Squire.
So that'll bring up Caleb Squire to the plate, and he's going to try and bunt Badgett to third. He bunts that one foul. It's 0-1. Baker's ready. Here comes the 0-1 to Squire. He's going to square to bunt again and take strike 1. That one, or take strike 2, excuse me. That one just caught the top part of the zone. So he's got another chance here to get the first out of the inning, which is desperately needed here as the Cyclones have the tying run in scoring position with nobody out in the 7th inning. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Chopped to shortstop. Hager's going to have no play but the first. He makes it. There's 1 out, but the tying run moves to third base just 90 feet away.
The third baseman, number 30, Ryan Sullivan.
That'll bring Ryan Sullivan back to the plate now for Colorado. He's 1 for 3 on the night. Had a double back in the first. Also has struck out twice. He's got a chance to tie this game up here with the Larks in the 7th. 1 out for Baker. Runner on third. Here comes the first pitch. Strike 1. Here comes the 0-1 to Sullivan. Curveball upstairs, ball 1. That'll even the count. Larks 5 runs, 5 hits, 1 error tonight. Colorado 4 runs on 7 hits. They've committed 5 errors. Here comes the 1-1 pitch from Baker. Swung on and missed. And the count is 1-2 now on Sullivan. Larks trying to keep that run at third base and hang on to this lead here in the 7th inning. 2 runs already home for Colorado. Sullivan swings and misses at a ball in the dirt, and there are 2 away here in the top of the 7th inning. That'll bring Evan Richards to the plate now for Colorado, and we run into another big moment in this ball game. Larks can strand a runner and keep the lead once again. Here comes the first pitch to Richards. Ground ball sharply at Randall. He's going to field and throw, and the inning is over. 2 runs on 2 hits for Colorado. No Larks errors. 1 man left on base. It is stretch time here in Hayes. Larks lead the Cyclones 5-4.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
And we're back here in Hayes, bottom of the 7th at Larks Park, 5-4. Larks lead the Cyclones. Foster Gifford back to the mound for Colorado. Wyatt Divis is going to lead it off. He took strike 1 and takes a ball outside there, and that'll even the count. So 3-4-5 for the Larks. Divis up at the plate now. John Rensel Jr. on deck. Jacob Boston also scheduled to hit here in the 7th inning. Here comes the 1-1. Outside ball 2. Hayes looking to put a couple on the board here and get those runs back, as last 2 innings have been sweated out innings for the Larks, as Colorado has threatened to tie this game, but somehow Hayes has still got the lead. As that one misses low to Divis, and it's 3-1. Here comes the 3-1 pitch from Gifford, fouled off by Divis, and the count is full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes here to the first man up, Divis, in the 7th. Larks looking to get the leadoff man on and give themselves a chance to put up an insurance run or 2 as we move into the final third of this ball game. Here comes the Payoff pitch, low and away, ball 4. Wyatt Divis draws a leadoff walk, and he's aboard here in the 7th.
The designated hitter,
John Rensel Jr. to the plate here for Hayes. He is 0 for 3, a ground out, a fly out, and a strikeout so far tonight. He'll dig in on that left side, as many of the Larks do. Here comes the first pitch from Gifford. Low and away, ball 1. .1-0 catches the zone, and count is even to John. Bottom of the 7th in El Dorado, Liberal leads the Broncos 8-4. So the BJ's looking to pick up a half game tonight on the Larks in the lead. That ball is fair down the line. That's going to be into the corner. Divis rounds second, on his way to third. He's going to be standing up. That's a double for John Rensel. And the Larks have runners in scoring position here with nobody out in the 7th inning.
See if they can score him this time.
That'll bring Jacob Boston to the plate now for Hayes, and that's going to trigger another mound visit from the pitching coach, Grant Buchanan.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network. You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
After the mound visit, Jacob Boston will step in here for Hayes, looking to get those 2 runs right back. Runners on 2nd and 3rd, no outs. Rensel Jr. and Divis the base runners. Here comes the first pitch from Gifford, a curveball, strike 1.
Everybody clap your hands. Come on, y'all.
Here comes the 0-1 to Jacob. Another off speed and another strike on the inside corner. It's 0-2. Clayton Raspberry waits on deck for the Larks. Here comes the 0-2 to Boston. Into right field. That's a base hit. In comes Divis. Rensel will be held at third, and RBI single for Jacob Boston. The Larks pick one of those runs back up. It's 6-4 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Still nobody out, and that is going to do it for Foster Gifford, as the head coach, J.L. Buchanan's going to come out and make the change. So we will step aside here at Larks Park and be back in 60 seconds. Larks lead the Cyclones 6-4.
Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes.
So after the pitching change, it'll be Clayton Raspberry to the plate. Runners on the corners, still nobody out. One across here for Hayes so far in the 7th on the single by Boston. Here comes the first pitch. Fouled back. It's 0-1. New pitcher for the Cyclones is going to be
26.
number 26, Noah Draper, right-hander from West Texas A&M. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Clayton. That one caught the outside corner, and it is quickly 0-2 to the Larks left fielder. Matt Munoz waits on deck. Here comes the pitch to Clayton. That one is low all the way to the backstop, and the Larks are going to pick up a run as Rensel comes down from third to score on the pass ball by the catcher, Kennedy Badgett. Larks get both of those runs back. It is 7-4. Count will move to 1-2 strikes. Now on Clayton Raspberry. Boston in scoring position at second base. Still nobody out here for the Larks in the bottom half of the 7th. Here comes the pitch from Noah Draper. Raspberry takes a half swing at it and fouls it off. So he'll stay alive. Draper gets his sign from Badgett. Here comes the 1-2. Outside as Raspberry lays off, and the count is even at 2. So Clayton trying to get one more in for Hayes here in the 7th inning and trying to pull away a little bit from Colorado. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Outside again, and now the count is full. Here comes the payoff pitch from Draper to Raspberry. Fouled it off again, this time out of play over to the left. And we'll do it again at 3-2. Here comes the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Down goes Raspberry, and that is out number 1 here into the 7th inning. That'll bring Matt Munoz to the plate now for the Larks. One away, still a runner on second base here in the 7th inning. 7-4, Larks lead the Cyclones. Got a run on the single by Boston and also got a run on the pass ball by the catcher, Kennedy Badgett. Here comes the first pitch to Munoz. Curveball drops in there for strike one. Here comes the 0-1. Munoz is going to foul that one off out of play, and it's quickly 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Matt Munoz. Swing and a miss. Down he goes. Back-to-back strikeouts for Noah Draper. And there are 2 away here in the 7th inning.
The right fielder, Michael Anastasia.
That'll bring to the plate Michael Anastasia. Once again here for the Larks. He is 1 for 2. Singled in a run in the 2nd. Grounded into a double play in the 4th. And he walked in the 6th inning. So he's been on base twice tonight. Looking to pick up another RBI and bring another in for Hayes. Here comes the first pitch from Draper. Strike one as he gets the fastball over the outside corner. Here comes the pitch from Draper. Popped it up into... Actually, that's going to stay on the infield. It's going to be the first baseman, Neely, who makes the play. And that is the inning. But the Larks pick up a pair and get those 2 right back. We head to the 8th inning here at Larks Park. Larks on top of the Cyclones. It's 7-4.
It's Larks, it's Larks. Join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
And we're back here at Larks Park, top of the 8th inning. 7-4, Larks lead the Cyclones. Sloan Baker back to the mound for Hayes in the 8th. 5, 6, and 7 are going to be up here for Colorado. Wyatt Featherson's going to lead it off, and he's down 0-2 very quickly here to Baker. Here comes the pitch from Sloan. And now he's going to step off, and he wants Slusser to go through the signs one more time. Here comes the 1-2. Off speed, swung on and missed. Down goes Wyatt Featherston. And there's one out here in the 8th inning.
That's his 3rd strikeout tonight.
That'll bring Aiden Lorini to the plate now for, actually, that's going to be a pinch hitter here for Colorado. It's going to be number 24, Joe Kuhn. He's going to step in and hit for Lorena in the designated hitter spot.
Joe Kuhn.
So Kuhn will dig in for the first time tonight. He is a catcher from Seward Community College down in Liberal. Here comes Baker's first pitch. Outside, ball 1. Kuhn's going to foul that one off out to left. And that'll even the count at 1. A off-speed pitch that misses up and a little bit away, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike here to the designated hitter, Joe Kuhn. Actually, the pinch hitter, Joe Kuhn. And he's going to take ball 3. And there is ball 4, so Joe Kuhn is going to come off the bench to pinch hit, and he's going to take a trot down to first base after the 1-out walk.
Right fielder number 13, Pete Shearer.
And that'll bring Pete Shearer back to the plate now for Colorado. He is 1 for 3, flied out, singled, and struck out, also scored a run. Here comes the first pitch from Baker. Off speed in there for strike 1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Fastball low, and that'll even the count. Larks trying to hand the Cyclones just their 4th loss of the year, as they came in with a 22-3 record from Greeley, Colorado. Here comes the 1-1. And that one is lined foul in front of the Larks dugout, and it is 1-2. Larks entered tonight's contest with a record of 24-6. So a pair of good records here tonight in this non-league contest. Jayhawk League against the Mile High Collegiate Baseball League. Here comes the 1-2 from Baker. There goes the runner Kuhn, the throw down from Slusser. It's a pretty good one, actually. But Kuhn is in there safely. That's a stolen base for Joe Kuhn. And Colorado has a runner in scoring position here with 1 out as the count moves to 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 from Baker. That one is low, ball 3, and the count is run full here on Pete Shearer. Tyler Neely waits on deck for Colorado. He represents the tying run. Here comes the payoff pitch. Inside, ball 4, back-to-back walks for Baker. And the tying run will come to the plate now for the Cyclones here in the 8th inning. Tyler Neely steps in now. And we are 1 potential swing away here from a tie game, as we saw Neely leave the ballpark way out of here earlier in this contest. And now that's going to trigger a mound visit by pitching coach Keith Harper. And they are going to make the change. The Larks are going to go to the bullpen here with 1 out in the 8th. Shane Browning is going to come in out of the bullpen to replace Sloan Baker. We'll take a quick break while he warms up and be right back here. I think that's Shane Browning. We'll actually just wait here just a second to see. So yes, I believe it is Shane Browning. So the Larks are going to make that call and have him come in to pitch here with 1 out in the 8th. We'll take a quick break and be right back here at Larks Park.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Meet me down at the ballpark, where I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
And we're back. Shane Browning, the new pitcher for the Larks. He's going to have to face Tyler Neely here with 1 out in the 8th inning. Pair of base runners on. Neely represents the tying run here for the Cyclones. Joe Kuhn is on second base after the walk, and Pete Shearer is on first. He was walked as well. So Sloan Baker went just an inning and a third tonight. He gave up so far the 2 runs on 2 hits, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, but he is responsible for both men on base. Here comes the first pitch from Browning. Off speed, in there for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch from Shane. Fastball a little bit low, and that'll even the count at 1 on the first baseman, Neely. Trent Bowman waits on deck for Colorado. Another dangerous spot here for the Larks. Hayes' defense and pitching has been in trouble here the last 3 innings now. Here comes the 1-1. Swing and a miss from Neely, and Browning works ahead 1-2. Trying to get that second out here in the 8th inning. Trying to keep the Cyclones at bay. Here comes the 1-2. Outside, Browning wasted one trying to get Neely to chase. He didn't, and the count is even at 2. Browning gets his sign from Slusser. He's ready. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Popped up and out of play over the press box. And we'll do it again at 2-2. 7 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the Larks. 4 runs, 7 hits, 5 errors for the Cyclones. comes the 2-2 again from Shane. Low, ball 3, and now the count is full. Here comes the payoff pitch from Browning to Neely. And now he's going to step off and turn and look back Kuhn at second base. Here comes the payoff pitch. Just fouled off there by Neely. He just got a piece, and we'll have to do it again. Going to the bottom of the ninth in El Dorado, 8-7 BJs. So El Dorado down ones, down to their final 3 outs tonight in El Dorado. Here comes the payoff pitch again to Neely. He got him looking. A beautiful breaker that dropped in there for strike 3. Tyler Neely knew it. And Browning gets the second out here in the 8th inning. Trent Bowman to the plate now for the Cyclones. It's going to be up to him to try and keep the inning alive. He'll dig in on the right side as well to face the righty Browning. Here comes the first pitch. Low ball 1. Here comes the 1-0 from Browning. Popped up into the sky, shallow left field. Hager's back. He's going to call off the fielders and make the play. And Shane Browning works out of trouble in the 8th inning and keeps Colorado off the board. We move to the bottom half of the inning here in Hayes. Larks lead the Cyclones 7-4.
Meet me down at the ballpark, where I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Bottom of the 8th here at Larks Park. 7-4, Larks lead the Cyclones. New pitcher for Colorado is going to be number 31, Hayden Schaefer, right-hander out of Emporia State. Larks will bring their 9 1-2 hitters here in the bottom of the 8th. Sam Slusser is going to get us started. He is 0 for 3. He's been on base once, scored a run. Here comes the first pitch from Schaefer. Curveball in there for strike 1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Slusser. Another curveball, and that hits him on that left elbow guard, and he's going to be aboard here to lead off the 8th. That'll bring the top of the lineup to the plate. Ryan Randall's going to step in. Here comes the first pitch to Randall. A fastball, strike 1. Larks are going to have a chance to close out the Cyclones here in the next top half of the inning, looking for any insurance runs to add on to that 3-run lead. Here comes the 0-1 to Randall. That curveball is in the dirt. A nice block there by Badgett. That'll leave him the count at 1. One and one, a fastball up and away. And Randall works ahead, 2 balls and a strike. 1 man on for Hayes, nobody out here in the 8th inning. 7-4 ball game. Randall's going to ground it to the first baseman. Neely flips to second for 1, back to first in time. A 3-6-3 double play.
Second one tonight.
And the Larks have 2 outs here in the 8th inning. That'll bring Devin Hager to the plate now for the Larks. So Hager will dig in on the right side. He is 0 for 4 tonight. He's been on base 1 time on an error. Try and keep the inning alive here for the Larks. Here comes the pitch from Schaefer. Fastball across for strike 1.
Everybody clap your hands.
Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Curveball upstairs, and that'll even the count. Here comes the 1-1 from Schaefer to Hager. Pulled that one outside and into the turf. 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 pitch up the middle into center field. That's a base hit for Devin Hager. He keeps the Larks alive here in the 8th with a 2-out single. That'll bring Wyatt Divis back to the plate now for the Larks. He is 0 for 3. Does have an RBI, has been walked once, and has also scored a run. He's been on base twice. He'll step up with 2 outs. Here comes the first pitch from Schaefer. Outside, ball 1. That one misses away as well. And it's 2-0 to the third baseman, Divis. Top of the 9th in Hayesville. Derby leads the Aviators 6-4. Divis is going to swing through that one. That is going to be the first strike. It's 2-1. Here comes the 2-1. Divis grounds it foul past first base, and the count will even itself up 2-2. There comes the 2-2 from Schaefer. Outside, ball 3. The count is now full to Divis as John Rensel Jr. waits on deck. Here comes the payoff pitch. There goes the runner Hager, swing and a miss. Down goes Wyatt Divis, and that is the inning. No runs, one hit, no Cyclone errors, and one man left on base. We move to the 9th inning here at Larks Park. Hayes is going to have a chance to close out the Cyclones. Larks lead 7-4.
Meet me down at the ballpark, where I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
You're tuned in.
Top of the 9th here at Larks Park, 7-4. Larks lead the Cyclones. Browning back to the mound, looking to close them out. He's going to have to face the top of the order. Kennedy Badgett, Caleb Squire, and Ryan Sullivan as Badgett takes a fastball for strike number 1. Here comes the 0-1 from Shane, in there for strike 2. The starter, Carlos Tavera, is still the pitcher of record. He's looking to pick up the win tonight for Hayes. Here comes the 0-2. Lined foul and out of play over to the right, and we'll do it again at no balls and 2 strikes. Still no final from El Dorado. As they went to the bottom of the 9th, El Dorado trailed the BJs 8-7. That's a big game. Liberal can win the next 2 nights and pick up a game on Hayes in the Jayhawk League. Here comes the 1-2. Strike 3 called. Badgett knew it as he walks back to the dugout. There's out number 1 here in the 9th inning.
Robin Hedman and Eli Egger, tonight's cash winners. Now batting the second baseman, number 3, Caleb Squire.
That'll bring Caleb Squire back to the plate now for Colorado. Here comes Browning's first pitch. And that one is lined foul and out of play to the left, 0-1. Here comes the 0-1 from Shane. Outside. Ball 1. Pitching staff, another big strikeout night. They've struck out 12.
So far.
Tavera has struck out 8, Baker has struck out 2, and Browning has struck out 2 as well so far. As that ball's in the dirt, it gets away from Slusser, and Squire works ahead 2-1. Colorado's going to need to get 2 men on here in the 9th to at least have a chance. Here comes the 2-1 delivery from Shane Browning. Fastball over the outside corner in there for strike 2, and that's going to even the count. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. That one is low, and the count runs full here on Squire. Caleb is 0 for 4 tonight. 3 ground outs and a flyout. Here comes the payoff pitch from Shane. Ground ball, foul, and Squire stays alive. He's going to see another pitch. Larks looking to pick up win number 25 on the season. Here comes the payoff pitch again, fouled off. Final from El Dorado. Liberal takes care of the Broncos 8-7, so the BJs are going to pick up a half game on the Larks tonight. Hayes will still have a 4.5 game lead going into tomorrow. And now time is called as Squire steps out. Here comes the payoff pitch again from Browning. Lined into center field. Munoz coming in. He won't get there. He's going to let it drop in front. That's a 1-out single for Squire, his first of the night. And Colorado has a base runner here in the 9th inning. That'll bring Ryan Sullivan back to the plate for the Cyclones. He is 1 for 4. He doubled in the first inning, and since he has struck out 3 times. Here comes the first pitch from Browning. Upstairs, ball 1. Middle infielders Hager and Randall back deep in the hole. Randall almost in the grass out there playing for that ground ball double play to potentially end this ball game. Here comes the 1-0 to Sullivan. Swing and a miss. And the count is even at 1. So the tying run is on deck for the Cyclones. They need 1 more base runner here to bring him to the plate and have a chance. Here comes the 1-1 pitch from Browning. And that one is low. Another good stop there by Slusser. Moves the count to 2-1. Here comes the 2-1 from Browning. Inside, ball 3. Three balls, 1 strike to the third baseman Sullivan. Here comes the pitch from Browning. There's a ground ball fielded by Divis. He's going to go to second. They're going to get 1 back to first. Not in time. That is a fielder's choice for Ryan Sullivan. He will be on first base. The Larks retire Caleb Squire at second, and there are 2 outs here in the 9th.
Now batting a left fielder, number 20.
That'll bring Evan Richards to the plate for the Cyclones, and more importantly, the Larks keep the tying run in the on-deck circle.
5-6 or 5-4.
Richards digs in on the left side. Here comes the first pitch from Browning. Fastball fouled off. And it's 0-1. Richards is 1 for 4 tonight, a single back in the 6th inning. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Evan Richards. Lined up the middle into center field. That's a 2-out knock for Evan Richards. And the Cyclones are going to bring the tying run to the plate here in the top of the 9th. That tying run will be in the form of a pinch hitter, number 34, Gavin Gifford.
For the Cyclones, number 34, Gavin Gifford.
Gavin Gifford is a corner infielder and a right-handed pitcher from Kansas City, Kansas Community College. So he is a Blue Devil up in Kansas City. Here comes the first pitch from Browning. He represents the tying run here for the Cyclones. Up and out, ball 1. Here comes the pitch from Browning. That one is low, and it's 2-0. Two-0 delivery to Gifford. Fly ball deep left field. Back goes the left fielder, Raspberry. He drops the ball in left field at the wall. That's going to score a pair. And on the air by the left fielder, Raspberry, the Cyclones are going to pull within 1. And the tying run, Gifford, is on second base. The ball was well hit by Gifford, but Raspberry had plenty of room out there in left field and just dropped it. And now Colorado's going to bring in a pinch runner. It's going to be number 4. I believe it is Luis De Leon. I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name, but
Colorado's number 4, Luis De Leon.
De Leon. Luis De Leon's going to be the runner. He's the tying run.
Joe Kuhn.
Joe Kuhn is going to come to the plate. 2 outs. Tying runs in scoring position here for Colorado in the 9th. Here comes the first pitch from Browning. Missed, ball 1. Now Shane's going to have to work for it. 1 ball, no strikes. Here comes the pitch to Kuhn. Low, ball 2. Still nobody up in the Larks bullpen. It's going to be Shane Brownings to close out. Kuhn was walked his first time tonight. Here comes the pitch from Browning. That one misses as well, and it is 3-0. Here comes the 3-0 from Shane. Fastball inside corner, and he gets one across. It's 3-1. See if he can work himself back in here and retire Kuhn and escape here with a W. Larks not wanting to have to go to the bottom of the 9th here tonight. Here comes the 3-1 from Browning. Fouled off. The count is full, and Colorado is down to their final strike.
Comes down to this.
So, biggest pitch of the night for Shane Browning. He's got a chance to end the game. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 9th, 7-6 Larks lead. Tying run in scoring position at second for the Cyclones. Browning gets his sign from Slusser. He's ready. Here comes the payoff pitch. All the way to the backstop. That is ball 4. And that is going to move the tying run up 90 feet to third. And now that is going to trigger a mound visit from head coach Frank Leo. And after the mound visit, Pete Shearer is going to step up and have a chance to tie this ball game. 2 outs in the 9th. 7-6, runners on the corners for Colorado. Here comes the first pitch from Browning. Strike number 1 on the outside corner. No balls and a strike here to Shearer. Browning looking to close this one out after some really nervous moments here in the 9th inning. Here comes the pitch.
A little bit of drama in the 9th.
Strike 2, same spot from Browning as he has painted the corner twice. And once again, Colorado is down to their final strike of the evening.
I'm not sure what Frank told him, but
Browning toes the rubber. Slusser runs through the signs. Shearer back in the left side of the box. Here comes the 0-2. Low and outside, ball 1, and Joe Kuhn is going to take off and steal second. Count moves to 1-2, and the go-ahead run is now in scoring position, so a base hit could potentially give Colorado the lead here in the 9th. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch from Browning. Low, ball 2. And now it is very important here for the catcher, Sam Slusser, who's not really a catcher, to be a wall back there and block everything. Yes, he's done a pretty good job tonight keeping a lot of balls in front of him, but he needs to be extra careful now. Here comes the 2-2. He got him, swing and a miss, down goes Pete Shearer, and the Larks win it. The Larks escape tonight and beat the Cyclones 7-6 here at Larks Park. Hayes improves to 25-6 overall, while the Cyclones drop to 22-4. Winning pitcher tonight for the Larks is Carlos Tavera. He moves to 3-0 on the season. He goes 6 innings, gives up 2 runs on 5 hits, 2 walks, striking out 8 in the win. Larks will take a 4.5 game lead in the Jayhawk League into tomorrow night, where they will look to sweep the Cyclones in the 2-game non-league series. The last 4 innings were really nervous ones for the Larks. The Cyclones stranded the bases loaded in the 6th, scored 2 runs and put the tying run in scoring position in the 7th. They put 2 men on base and brought the tying run to the plate in the 8th, and then they put the tying run at third base in the 9th. So Larks pitching got out of quite a few sticky situations there tonight in the back half of that ball game. Losing pitcher for the Cyclones is the starter Jonathan Coles, 4 1/3, 5 runs, 4 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. So that is all we have for you tonight from Larks Park. We will be back here tomorrow, 6:45. Get your lineups going and get you set for the final game of the 2-game series between the Larks and the Cyclones. One more time, the Larks hang on and beat Colorado 7-6 tonight here in Hayes. Hope everybody has a good rest of the evening. We will be back with you right here tomorrow night. Good night from Larks Park.